Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Recipes and Remedies. For today's video, we will be eating only the foods that we grow in our small backyard garden. The goal is to show you guys that you don't have to have a ton of stuff to be able to plant enough so you can have to eat and provide for yourself and your family. So to get started, I am going to be making some rosemary tea. Already got off to a late start, so breakfast is going to be very light because we're going to be having lunch and dinner as well. So I'm just going to start off with some rosemary tea. Most of us enjoy rosemary tea because of its fragrance and delicious flavor, but there are also lots of benefits to rosemary tea. It is rich in antioxidant, it's an anti-inflammatory, it may help lower blood sugar, improve your mood and memory, and it also supports brain health. So I'm just sweetening this with a little honey and enjoying. Next, I'm going to be having some papaya, and I am choosing this because it will digest very fast, so it won't interfere with my lunch that I am about to have. This sugarcane will make a delicious and refreshing snack later on, and it also has health benefits. It helps to boost antioxidants, it can treat urinary tract infection, and it also has diuretic properties as it will help to remove excess salt and water and help your kidneys function better. Okay, so now I am going to be doing a little bit of harvesting slash foraging. We have some onions here, so I'm going to need one of those to bring some flavor. Look at that onion. It's kind of tiny, but it's powerful. Now, these callaloos are really small and they just kind of grow wild throughout the backyard. If I leave them much longer, they'll get hard and start to seed up. So even though they're tiny, they're really at their best right now. So I'm going to gather as much of them as I can find. Now, callaloo is a part of the amaranth family and it has many health benefits. It is rich in potassium, and according to WebMD, it also has cancer fighting properties. Now, here we are harvesting some potato slip. We planted some sweet potatoes, which we were blessed with a wonderful harvest from. And so I'm gathering some of those as well as leaves from the cabbage leaves. Now over here we are gathering some kale, wonderful kale. And I think we all know that kale is a powerhouse vegetable and it comes packed with all kinds of great nutrients. Okay, so here we go. And I also grabbed some turnips and a few tomatoes. We are getting some moringa leaves because that will also be added to our meals for added nutritional benefits. Now, I am going to be washing these thoroughly to get rid of any dirt or bugs that might have clinged on. So right now I'm soaking them in some vinegar and water, and I'll let them sit there for a few minutes, and then I will rinse them a number of times before preparing them to eat. Now, this is not so much of a recipe video, it's more of a what I eat video. So I will not go into great details on these recipes, but if you're interested in learning how to prepare these, let me know in the comment section below, and I will be more than happy to do a separate video showing my recipe. Okay, so onto the preparation. I'm just going to cut these up and saute them with some oil and onions and other seasonings. Now, I don't produce my own oil and I don't have all the seasonings, so obviously there's some things in this dish that will not be coming from my garden, mostly in terms of spices and stuff like that. But the main components will definitely be from our garden. So now I'm getting my baking sheet ready to do some oven roasted sweet potatoes. These potatoes, I think there are probably two or three different varieties, and they all came from our backyard. And I just seasoned those and added some coconut oil. So I'm just making sure that they're spread out evenly and evenly coated with the coconut oil. And I'm gonna stick those in the oven and bake them. Next, I'm going to be making a Thai green papaya salad. Well, I will say it is Thai inspired because I did not have all the ingredients to make a genuine Thai potato salad. But it was absolutely delicious. And there you have it, the finished product. I have my sautéed greens, my oven roasted potatoes, and my Thai papaya salad. And it was really good. It was my first time having the potato salad, and I really enjoyed it. Now we are outside again, and we are getting ready to start making dinner. These are called gungo peas in Jamaica. I think in some places they're known as pigeon peas. And so my husband's picking some of those. The trees are so tall he has to climb on a ladder to get to the ones in the very top. So we are going to be using these to make a delicious soup. And we're picking mostly the dried ones for today. Okay, so here we have our gungo peas all shelled out. We have some yams, and that's the moringa from earlier today, some rosemary and onion tops. I am going to be using what's left over of the green papaya in my soup as well. Those white peas, I am not sure what kind of peas they are, and I'm not sure the pinto beans are from our garden, but I'll ask my husband just to be certain. There's a lot of peas, guys. It doesn't look like it, but it's a lot of gungo peas right there. So I will only be using a portion of that. Those nice big potatoes came from our garden, that yam, and those greens you saw us harvest earlier are from our backyard as well. And our turnips and green papaya. And my reason for adding the green papaya is because it will act as a tenderizer, so it will help the peas to cook a lot faster and we can enjoy dinner. Look at that beautiful pumpkin. It's so rich in color. Now, that did not come from our garden. It was sent to us all the way from Texas, from a friend of ours' garden. So technically, we didn't have to pay for it. And like I mentioned before, I'm not sure the name of those white beans that I have here, but they grew in our backyard. We harvest those some time ago. And I'm going to leave out the pinto beans since I'm not sure. And that is some cassava as well. So let's get going with this soup. Now this is how it begins with the gungo peas on the stove. We're going to cook those and then add the rest of the ingredients as we go along. Now look at how far along we have come. This smells and looks absolutely delicious. Look how rich and gorgeous that soup is. All veggies. Um, it's amazing. You should be in this kitchen to smell this right now. Okay, guys, so I can't wait to dig into this and see what it tastes like. The first thing I'm going to be tasting is actually the, see there, that's the green papaya. Yeah, it tastes just like chayote, chocho. It's actually really good. Doesn't really have much of a taste, actually. It's just very nice and light. And I think this might be a piece of the sweet potato. No, that was some white yam. Absolutely delicious. And let me try the sweet potato. So good. And not only did we have enough for that day, we had enough for 3 more days, lunch and dinner out of this food. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. If you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. Thank you and stay tuned for our next episode of Recipes and Remedies.